Sonny Fox was an American television host and broadcaster who was the host of the children's television program, Wonder Ma. Through his career he had hosted other children's educational and entertainment shows including Let's Take a Trip, Just for Fun and On Your Mark, in addition to family shows including the $64,000 show. He was also a producer of movies including And Baby Makes Six, Mysterious 2 and Bronte. He served as the chairman of Populations Communication International, a non-profit advocating for a change in attitudes toward family planning. Fox was born on June 17, 1925, to a Jewish family in the Parkville section of Brooklyn, New York, to parents Gertrude and Julius A. Fox. His father was in the textile business and his mother was a theater ticket broker. He attended James Madison High School in the Midwood, Madison section of Brooklyn, New York. He joined the army in 1943 and served in the World War II in England and France. He was taken a prisoner of war by the German forces in the Battle of the Bulge. His life was saved by Master Sergeant Roddy Edmonds saying, "We are all Jews," when the Nazi officers demanded that all Jewish prisoners of war be pointed out. In a separate event, an American clerk at the camp marked him as a Protestant rather than Jewish. When Jewish prisoners were identified and sent to a slave labor camp in Bega, in Germany, he returned to the United States after the war and graduated with a bachelor's degree in television and radio production from New York University in 1947. Fox started his career as a producer for Candid Microphone with Alan Funt, a radio show that would later become Candid Camera. He later worked for Voice of America for 3 years as a reporter and later as a war correspondent. During the Korean War, Fox's first experience in children's programming came in 1954, with a St. Louis program, The Finder on KETC-TV, a children's news and travelogue program where he would find interesting things for children to learn from. His first national exposure came when CBS brought him aboard in 1955. For 3 years he co-hosted the children's travelogue, Let's Take a Trip. In an interview for PBS's The American Experience he described the show as taking 2 children on sort of an electronic field trip every week, live, remote location, no audience, no sponsors. In 1956, Fox became the first host of the game show The $64,000 Challenge, a spin-off of the $64,000 Question. In his first appearance he was identified as Bill Fox, but by the second program he became Sonny Fox, because, he claimed, the name, Bill Fox, had been registered by another entertainment personality. In the same interview Fox stated his difficulties as a game show host included his predilection for asking the answers. Fox was replaced a few weeks into the series by Ralph Story. Fox's brief tenure on the show may have enabled him to escape tainting from the 1950s quiz show scandals, and during an interview on American Experience he reported being horrified by related testimony to Congress, including that of child star Patty Duke, who had participated on the $64,000 challenge and who later admitted that she had been coached to lie to congressional investigators. Fox's later involvement in game show hosting was limited to occasional substitutions for Bill Cullen and Bud Collyer, though he did later host the first season of the movie game in 1969-70. In 1959, the independent television station group Metro Media, including Shakespearean dramatizations, guest celebrities including John Lindsay and Robert Kennedy, magic demonstrations, art instruction, spelling bees, learning games, or other elements. He forfeited another opportunity to host a talk show, The New Yorkers, because it would mean leaving Wonder Ma. In 1959 Fox created and hosted the Saturday morning children's television show Just for Fun, which, like Wonder Ma, aired on WNEW-TV in New York. Based upon the color war, team competitions common at children's summer camp, participants engaged in a wide range of contests. Guests on the program included Yogi Berra, Tim Conway, Hunts Hall, Charlotte Ray, and Soupy Sales. Fox left the program in 1965. In 1960, Fox hosted ABC's first original Saturday morning show, On Your Mark, a game show in which children answered questions about various professions. Because Fox was under exclusive contract to WNEW-TV, On Your Mark aired on Channel 5 in New York, instead of ABC station WABC-TV. On Your Mark lasted one season. In 1966, Fox appeared in the film The Christmas That Almost Wasn't. In 1967, Fox co-hosted a daily talk, variety show for adults titled The New Yorkers on WNEW-TV, with co-hosts Penelope Wilson and Gloria Orkin, plus newsman Stuart Klein. In 1976, Fox hosted the California-based Way Out Games. And during 1977 he ran children's programming for NBC. During the 1970s, Fox served as a lecturer at the State University of New York at Stony Brook. In the later part of his career,